I have been looking forward to making this video for a very long time since all this news started making the headline. But because I've been unwell for the past few weeks, I've just had to just sit down, just sit back and just continue to gather my evidence. But today I'm here to talk about the ongoing news about the post-study work visa or student visa. But because you know, the student visa and the post-study work visa works hand in hand. They're like 5 and 6. Before we go forward, this video is sponsored by Amber Student. If you are a student and you want to travel all over the world, the European countries, United States, Australia, and you're worried about where you can get accommodation, because I know accommodation can be one of the very stressful process when you want to migrate outside your area, outside your comfort zone. But don't worry, I've got you. Amber is going to help you secure your accommodation before you arrive that country. The best thing about Amber is that you do not have to pay until your visa is ready, because there are so many reasons why so many students may not have their visa. If you want to travel to Australia, to the United States, to the European countries like Germany, Italy, Denmark, United Kingdom, Ireland, so many other countries, Amber has accommodations in over 100 cities with over 20,000 listings. Now let me take you to Amber screen so that you can see what I'm talking about. So when you go to the site, this is what you're going to see, and you can decide to go. Look, there are over 1 million beds, over 800 universities, 250 cities, and so on and so forth. Examples, you have airlines, people who can attend to you if you have any query. Let's just go university by university. These are the ones I've already searched before I made this video. So let's just use, for instance, let's even go far. Let's go to the United States, right? United States. So you have so many cities within the United States. So you can look at Texas, Dallas. Let's go to Texas and see what we have in Texas. You can go to the filter by just reducing or increasing this according to your price. You can reduce, let's just reduce this to, let's say, 1,700. So this one is per month. There are so many you can get per week, depending on the city you want to go. This is per month, and these are the filters. If you want the entire place, private room, if you want to share with your friend, private sharing, you see, with kitchen, everything or whatever is available. Look at the images. Look at it, has a gym, some has swimming pool. Look, this one has a swimming pool. Look at the beautiful kitchen. There's so many options for you. If you want to watch the video of where you're going to be living, here's a video for you. You can look at what amenities are available, pet friendly. Let's filter this to 650 and see. This is what we have per week. 89 per week. 89 pounds per week is very cheap. How much is that in a month? Amber will also help you to take care of all your overwhelming paperwork. You know when you want to take a house, it's a lot of work. You don't have to worry because Amber has got you. I'm going to be leaving the link to Amber in my description box. Just kindly follow that link, follow my link in the description box, and that will take you straight to the website where you can select whichever accommodation you want in any city of your choice. And before you even go to that country, your accommodation will be ready with no hassle at all. If you have any questions, there are helplines and their contact number where you can communicate with them, and they will be the one to sort out your accommodation. Thank you, Amber, for sponsoring this video. There's been a lot of anxiety and a lot of people are asking questions. I've also received a few questions in my inbox asking, will they stop post-study work visa? Will they stop giving student visas to come to the UK? How will it affect us and how will it affect you? This topic is actually a topic of concern. Of course, it's not a news. Of course, it's not surprising to some extent because, you know, recently we had a new prime minister. And when there's a new prime minister, there's bound to be so many changes in both the existing rules, existing laws. Of course, because we have a new prime minister, we also now have a new secretary of state for the home department, Suella Braverman. And since the appointment of Suella Braverman has been making headlines. She started with the issue of asylum. She wanted to send all asylum seekers to Rwanda.
I would love to be having a front page of the Telegraph with a plane taking off to Rwanda. That's my dream. That's my dream. It's
when
my
will
obsession.
that happen?
They've got this good agreement with the UK that if you apply for asylum or if you apply to be an asylum seeker in the UK, you'll be granted asylum, but you will then have to go and live in Rwanda. Let's take a little history. Let's look back at where this woman originated from. She's originally not British. She's not from here. Her parents migrated here a few years back. Her mother was an NHS worker. Her mother migrated here, employed, of course. So she migrated to the UK. She's not originally from here. And although she's already said where she's from or the color of her hair, where she originated from should not determine how she make decisions when it comes to immigration, I would think to some extent she should also be a little bit considerate of the fact that she's not originally from here.
That's a personal question. Your parents are from Mauritius and Kenya. How do you feel about stopping other people arriving here?
I have no qualms about that, absolutely. And again, this is a kind of a common argument trotted out by the left that, you know, because of the colour of my skin and my heritage, I have to think a certain way and I can't declare certain truths on migration.
You annoy them, don't you? Because you're not left-wing.
I hope I annoy them. That would be my delight if I'm annoying the left. But no, I disagree with that. My parents came here through safe and legal routes. My mother was recruited by the NHS. My dad came here because he was effectively kicked out of Kenya in the 1960s. But they came here legitimately. That was the policy of the government. They came here, they integrated, they loved this country from afar as children of empire. They don't, by the way, have any qualms about extolling the virtues of the British Empire.
When powers are changing hands in every country, they usually look for a topic that's going to sell, a topic that they think the society we enjoy them to focus on. And I think one of the problems she thinks the UK has is the students and the student dependents. If you look at the graph, actually, you will agree with me that the dependents that are coming to the country, especially from Nigeria, my country, Nigeria, I'm actually not surprised that Nigeria is being mentioned. Because looking at our orientation, we are very family oriented. We are very academic oriented. Most of us, we aspire to be educated. Even your mother will sell her wrapper, they will sell their clothes just to get you educated. Once this opportunity started, once this opportunity came for Nigerians to be able to come to the UK, no matter how expensive the school fees is, and that they will be able to get post-study work visa with all the news, and of course, blame it on some of the videos that we are also making, giving people information on how to migrate to the UK, how to migrate to the UK with your family, how to do this, how to do that.
Tonight I want to talk a little bit about legal immigration, because it turns out that through the student visa program, the number of Nigerian students who've then been able to bring a dependent relative in this country runs at about 1 for 1. You know, 34,000 Nigerians given student visas and 32,000 dependents coming in their wake. Now, I'm not suggesting for a moment there's anything illegal about this, but when you think that a total of 1.1 million visas of various kinds were given out last year, you begin to understand why the British population has risen by 10 million since the year 2000, and 85% of that is due to immigration. Now, no one's suggesting that there aren't some great people coming into this country, because there are some great people coming into this country, but a rise of 10 million, it's completely out of control. Well, joining me is somebody of Nigerian descent.
Nigerians being as hardworking. I'm not trying to defend Nigeria because I'm in Nigeria in any way, but I'm just trying to analyze this. I'm not surprised that Nigerians have been mentioned being one of the highest, or being the highest country bringing in dependents into the country. Almost at ratio 1 to 1, making up 40% of the entire dependents. And Her argument is this. She said the dependents that most of these countries, especially Nigerians, are bringing to the country are low skilled. For the fact that the UK wants high-skilled individuals to come into the country, to develop the country, the UK wants the best out of the best of countries. They want to get people who are educated, like myself, like you, like someone else who is a doctor, a nurse, a professional, someone that can develop their economy. The UK is made in such a way that they prefer to take than to give. I'm not talking about asylum seekers, I'm not talking about people on benefit, but for most of us immigrants, once you get your visa, it is clearly stated that you are not entitled to public fund. Unlike so many other countries, even me as the tier 2 work visa holder, working in the NHS, working hard during pandemic and everything, working so hard to give back to this society. And of course, you'll say, I'm a migrant, I've migrated here for better life. Of course, that is true. Giving back to the society, the UK system will make sure that you're not going to get anything off them for free. The UK system will make it so hard. They've said you have no access to public fund. Public fund includes child benefits, council house, anything at all that is from the government, you are not entitled. And you pay your tax, you pay immigration health surcharge. If not recently that we, the health workers, we've been pardoned, or we will now have the waiver not to pay immigration health surcharge. We're paying immigration health surcharge. That means we're paying to get health. I personally have maybe been to the doctor maybe once. This my last week when I was unwell was the first time I ever went to the doctor to get antibiotics, which was amoxicillin. I've never ever been to the doctor for anything. But I had to pay immigration health surcharge when I came to this country, although I've got refund. And there are so many people out there as well who are paying this immigration health surcharge. That means we are not accessing health for free. And there are so many of us who will never be to the doctor, who will never go to the doctor to get medication or consultation, even though we are paying immigration health surcharge. Let's even leave out all this immigration health surcharge and talk about the school fees the so-called students that you say are exhausting the the housing in the UK, the schools. Of course, we have very high number of dependents, especially as Nigerians, because we come with our children, we come with our wife, our husband, and these people, especially the children, they have to go to school, and they go to school for free. But one thing the UK government, I don't think they understand, is the fact that the partner most time also work. I've not seen, or most dependent that I've seen, 80% of the dependent that I've seen in the UK, personally, please correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. 80% of dependent, especially from the so-called Nigeria or Africa, are working. Most of them are working in care homes. Although you may say they are low skills, but they are working. They are paying taxes. They are filling the spaces which the indigenous, which the citizens of this country do not want to fill. I'm not supporting anything. I'm just analyzing how we are getting it wrong. The UK, in some way, I don't know, their immigration rule is a bit unstable, I think. Unlike Canada, compared to Canada, although it is very difficult to get into Canada, but most time once you get into Canada, you're almost definitely going to feel you're settled. Unlike when you come into the UK is like they will give you a taste of the bread and they will take it back. You know, this post-study work visa was existing before, but then it was suspended and then now relaunched. Once they see that they're in crisis, they need money, you know how many thousands, 15,000, 17,000, how many thousand per year these students are paying to come study here. The visa fee, the immigration health surcharge. Once they see that they don't have that money, they don't have the manpower, they relax their law, they open new visas, funny visas, crazy visas. And then when they see that they've had enough and now they're overwhelmed, and now their small island, the UK's small, beautiful small island is now overfilled, which is true, is overpopulated. Oh, now it is now the problem of the so-called immigrants who are now filling the space and ruining the country. Whereas without this same immigrant, look at Brexit. Look at what Brexit has done to us. We are now working short everywhere. Look at what Brexit has done to us, coupled with COVID. So at this point, I think the UK is just making up things. I'm sorry to say if this video has offended anybody, but this is my own personal opinion. And thinking that although it is possible, these are the possibilities that I think may happen. The UK system, they may decide to then increase the criteria or make the criteria for getting student visa more difficult. One, because they said they've met their targets too quick. Or they may reduce the number of dependents that can come with their partners when they come to study. Or they may now say, once you finish your studies, no more post-study work visa. We do not know, we cannot confirm this until it is, I know this is still a debate. If it is agreed, if it is accepted, they suspended this visa before and relaunched it. So I'm going to advise you, if you want to get into the UK via this study visa, the time is now. And make sure you follow, especially when you're a student, make sure you follow all the rules, follow all the regulations, don't work over the hours you're supposed to work, so that all this will not be a reason why your post-study work visa will be denied. I know there will be few adjustments, of course, because we have few powers, and there may not even be any adjustment because maybe they will think about it, they will deliberate about it, and they will say no. These immigrants are the ones building the country. The country is in a mess as much as it is already. Very soon, we are sure we're going to get more information about what is going to happen with the post-study work visa and everything to expect. And as it comes, I hope and I'm sure, I promise I will be bringing you the updates and everything that will be happening. But for now, please just focus on whatever you're doing. Don't allow this to bother you. It is a new regime, it is a new system, new politics. So expect things like this to come up. Expect, these are the things they use to win elections. So these are the topics that you're going to expect to be having. Good luck to the UK and good luck to you. But whatever you're doing, if you've gotten your visa, let it not bother you. If you've gotten your job, let it not bother you. If you've gotten your dependent visa, let it not bother you. But once you come into the country, I beg you to please just keep to the rules and regulations, so that when they want to streamline people or use some criteria to drop people from getting the post-study work visa, you will not be affected. Good luck, and also look into other countries that are offering better opportunity, better, even cheaper, better chances of studies. UK is not the only country. I'm in the UK, I know. You may say, live there, but I know what I'm saying. If the UK is not working, there are other countries, other continents that will be glad to have you. I wish you good luck in all your endeavor. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please stay fit to hit the subscribe button. I'm back, I'm back, I'm back. I've got my head back and I'm back. So we're going to be getting all the videos that you deserve. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Thank you so much for your continuous love. Thank you so much for supporting me so far. I will see you in my next video. Until then, stay safe, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you later. Bye.